Right, welcome everybody to our SAM 2013 session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our new hot off the press video. You are the first ones to see our new marketing video, so I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Christy Clark, and I'm the Market Development Manager for SAM and Intro Computing. And with me today is Amanda Shelton. She's our Executive Editor for SAM. And we also have John White, who's our Manager of Product Management with us, and Eleanor Gregory, who is our Brand Manager for SAM and Intro Computing, and Stephanie Lorenz, who is our Acquisitions Editor for SAM. So wanted to introduce you all to the team. Thank you so much for coming. We have a lot of really exciting things to talk to you about today with SAM. My clicker works. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to talk about changes that we've made to 2010. I'm not used to being mic'd, folks. I'm so sorry. And changes that we have coming for 2013. We've heard a lot of feedback from you, from your students, from your colleagues about how to improve our product, and we've been working very hard to take your needs into consideration as we've continued to make changes to SAM. So let's start going over some of those. Okay, perfect, thank you. All right, so we're ready for the next one.
I did realize that.
Okay. So we've done a lot of research with your students. We are very close to publishing an efficacy study that is due out in the next couple of weeks. We do have a preview available for you to look at now, but we've heard some very overwhelming positive feedback about SAM. So 90% of the instructors believe that SAM enhances productivity for their students concerning Microsoft Office applications. Okay, the use of SAM has been prolific in students learning Microsoft applications, computer concepts. 100% of the instructors that we studied participated in this study across the nation, so that they would recommend the use of SAM to their colleagues. And students say that one of the biggest benefits of using SAM is that they are now able to use Microsoft Office applications in the real world. So students are getting jobs because they can use Microsoft Office applications. All right, here's what some of the students have said. SAM has improved my learning because it is hands-on projects that I can practice with, right? It told me all of the mistakes that I was making so I knew how to improve them. Right? We're giving students tools so that they can be more successful, that they can get jobs in the real world, and that they can become better with technology. All right, so we've done a lot to improve student learning outcomes, and we've also done a lot to improve your use and interaction with SAM. Okay, we've spoken with you, and our instructors have said we want it easier. We want it to be able to set up our courses easier. We want to save time in what we're doing. Right, so we've done that for you with our Express Assignment Creation Wizard. So if you are mapping SAM to one of our books, you can now map your entire course to SAM and set up your whole course in about 20 minutes. Okay, from the top you can see all of our chapters from left to right, and top to bottom we've got all of our training assessment projects. Once you give it a name, it's scheduled. Everything is right there, available. Okay? The other thing that we've been able to do for you is copy section. So I know this would never happen to you at any of your schools, but do you ever have the last minute adjuncts that get hired literally the day that classes start? And they're looking at you, maybe they've used Microsoft Office, maybe they haven't. They've probably never used an online homework system in their life. And here they are, there's 25 endearing students looking at them, ready to go. Right? So not only do they now have to get prepared to teach and reacquaint themselves with Access and Excel, they also have to learn an online homework system and set up a whole course. We've now made it very easy for you to make their lives a little bit easier. Right? So with our section copy, once you create your section, it is very easy for you to roll that out to that brand new adjunct that is now on campus. All the due dates can be the same. It's about 4 clicks. This is also great for those of you who want to have consistency across your entire section, right? You're the course coordinator, you build out your entire course, and in just a few clicks, you can get it out to everybody else that's teaching your course. You know that they're teaching the same assignments as you at the same time. We've made it very easy for you to do that.
It is working.
Yes.
We're messing each other up.
All right.
You're stepping away. You need to click over.
All right. The other thing that we've done is we have made it easier than ever for individual assignment creation. Now, what does that mean? Do any of you have the students whose grandmother dies 26 times throughout the semester, right? Or you're like, how many more family member deaths are you going to have? We've now, and they always want extra extensions, they want to redo the test. We've now made it very easy for you to accommodate those students with our individual assignment creation. There is a great new box, this is in SAM 2010 right here, assigned to specific students, and you can go ahead and create the exam or the assignment for one student, for a group of students, extend times. It's very, very easy for you to accommodate those students, and I always love those excuses, those are my favorite. All right. We have also added our new computer concepts tasks. What does this mean? Some of you might be familiar with our student edition labs that we used to have. We have gone through and completely updated our content with very relevant, current information that students like to engage with. We're going to demo that live for you in just a few moments. We now have 800 minutes of computing concepts content within SAM. We go across 12 different chapters. Okay? So I'm excited to show that to you coming soon. All right, the other thing, do we have anybody who uses ebooks in their classroom or our Mindtap Readers? We did extensive research with our students, and our students said, we don't want to look at a PDF. We are not going to read. First of all, they're not really reading print books anymore, let's face it. But they said, we don't even want to read a PDF book. We want something that engages us, that captures our attention. In SAM 2010, we now have 36 Mindtap Readers available. What's a Mindtap Reader? It is a video-embedded ebook. And to call it an ebook really doesn't do it justice. So where there used to be a screenshot of cell formatting, now there is a 30-second video that students can watch to see how you format a cell. Okay, we've also got highlighting and note-taking so students can create their own study guide. We have wiki search. A lot of really great features. We have flashcards right inside the Mindtap Reader. So we've made it very easy for students to engage with the content that they want to engage with. All right, we've also done a lot with our SAM reports. So for those of you who need to speak with your admin about how your learning objectives of your courses are being met, I know you guys are never asked about how learning objectives are being met in your courses. We've now made it very easy for you to pull the exam report across multiple sections. Okay, so now you are able to see from the student level, from the instructor level, how everybody in your institution is performing. Okay, we've also created new reports so that you can isolate specific functionality or specific tasks or information that students are really struggling with. So maybe you need to spend more time on Access. Maybe in this particular section there seems to be a little more Excel help needed. So we've made it very easy for you to identify what's going on in your course. All right, so we've been getting a lot of questions. Office 2013, when are our titles going to be available? So right now in our digital learning annex, you can access our CourseSmart ebooks for our major Intro 2013 titles. We are going to have complete and comprehensive titles available for fall. Here's how we're going to do it. So we're going to take our introductory books that we'll be publishing in the next few weeks, and we're going to be packaging them with an access code to access the ebooks, the ebook chapters for the finalized content as it comes out. Okay, so we can now get your students starting to get involved with ebooks, and we will have content that's not published on beta, that's been vetted, reliable, and ready to go. We're also going to have our computer concepts books available, our combo books, and all of that. So I'm now going to hand it over to Amanda for our SAM 2013 timeline.
Yeah. So, obviously we're talking to you about what we have right now today in SAM and what we're also going to have for SAM 2013. So everything that Chrissy just talked about, all those great new features, those are available to you right now in SAM 2010, and we're also going to have those in our 2013 product. And before we get too much into our SAM 2013 timeline, I just want to take a quick feel in the room. Who's planning on moving to Office 2013 for fall? That's a pretty good show of hands. Who's not sure yet? Okay. And how about those who are definitely staying with 2010? One more year. Okay, okay. Well, regardless of which way you're moving your course, whether you're moving to 2013 now or a year from now, if you're moving to Windows 8 now or you're waiting for a year or two, we have got you covered. So in terms of our SAM 2013 timeline, we have a June release. And what this June release is going to include is your intro-level content for your 4 core applications and Windows 7 and Windows 8. And when I say intro-level content, this is your assessment and training tasks, your test banks for your core Office introductory textbooks, as well as projects. We're also going to have an August release where we're going to release our intermediate level assessment and training tasks. We're also going to have mirror projects for you in August. So when you start your fall 2013 classes, you are going to have 80 projects available in SAM, as well as tasks that go up through the intermediate level. We have another October release where we push the remaining of our intermediate level tasks. And then when we get to December, we're going to start rolling out our advanced level content. So we are there for you every step of the way, and we're having regular content pushes to make sure that we're pushing our content as soon as it becomes available. Yep?
Those that are the 2010 and are staying in the 2010, what do we have to do to get them to bells and whistles on SAM?
You don't have to do anything. Everything that Christy just talked about, that Express Assignment Wizard, that section copy, the computer concepts tasks, the embedded Mindtap Readers, the new reporting and grade books, those are available to you in SAM 2010 today, and will continue to be. Yep?
When you're showing the 2 kinds of
Intermediate, yes.
Is that like you're coming out with Word and Excel in August?
No, we're going to be across the 4 applications. We're going to be delivering a subset of it in August. As quickly as we have it available, we're pushing it. And then the remaining of it, we're going to be rounding that out in our October release. We're going to be pushing that content out starting in August, October, December. As it becomes available, we'll be pushing it out. And I'm more than happy. I want to make sure that we get through everything. So I'm more than happy to come talk to us at the end. But this is the timeline that we've got in place. I think the bottom line is that we are pushing out content as it becomes available. Yep?
That's right. Good question. Quantify with the comprehensive application goal in mind. Quantify what you guys are thinking of intermediate versus advanced.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. So intermediate, because all of our books call the intermediate somewhat something different. This is more of like your complete level if you're a Shelley Cashman user, or the introductory level user if you're new perspectives. So up to chapter 7, chapter 8, and then the comprehensive is that full chapter 11, chapter 12 coverage. Yep. That's a great question. Thanks, Gary. So we've made a lot of enhancements to our SAM 2013 content offering, and we're going to get into the preview site in just a moment. We're actually going to get hands-on with it, but just to give you an overview of what we're doing to this product, because there's a lot of things that we're really excited about. This is our new training screen, and just, again, just to get a sense in the room, are you seeing a lot more students coming into your classroom using Macs? And maybe they're asking you, how do I do this on a Mac? Well, right now in SAM 2010, we are Mac compatible, but we're doing some things with 2013 to make ourselves even more Mac friendly. And one of those is that we're adding in new Mac hits to our SAM training tasks. So that way it's a reference point for your students who are using Macs. And then also on the flip side for you, when you get those questions, you might not have all of the answers on a Mac. This is a reference point for you as well. We also have a new video playback feature. Now this is specific to SAM exams, to SAM assessments. Do you often get students coming in, maybe they're emailing you or texting you at all hours of the morning, Sam marked me wrong. I know I did it correctly on the exam and it marked me wrong. Because it's always Sam's fault, right? Sam's like a bad boyfriend with that. Well, we have this new video playback feature and it captures click by click what the student does in your SAM exam. So when you get your students invariably asking you, Sam marked me wrong, flip the screen around, show them exactly what they did, where they incurred the incorrect action. Yeah, we're excited about it too. All right, awesome. We also are making a very heavy investment in our SAM projects. We really have focused very heavily on the SAM projects offering because this has become very quickly our most commonly used SAM asset. People are more and more depending upon these and looking to us to provide more of them and better suiting your needs. So what we are doing is we're having a tighter integration with chapter learning objectives, making sure that all of the key learning objectives in each of your chapters is covered in that SAM project. So what this does is allows a better cohesion with the book and also our assessment and training tasks. We're also making them Mac compatible. Right now in SAM 2010, your students can submit a file that's been generated on Office for a Mac. But with SAM 2013, we're making sure that the instructions are also Mac friendly. so that they're using themes and fonts and colors and gallery options that are available on a PC as well as on a Mac. Yeah, I see a question right there.
Yeah, as far as Mac compatible, do you mean that the software can work in the Safari browser?
Yes, we are, and that's a great question. The question was, do we work on a Safari browser? And we are actually able to work in Safari, Firefox, and IE. And that's in SAM 2010 today.
Chrome, no?
Chrome is something that we do have some functionality gaps with. It's on our target list. We're not quite there yet. And so the other things that we want to talk about with SAM projects is cheating detection. For those of you who are using SAM's 2010 projects now, do a lot of your students get flagged with sharing files? Find that? Okay. So we do a great job right now of being able to detect when a student shares a file with another student, but we found that we needed to bump that up a few notches. So we're adding in functionality to be able to detect copying and pasting between files. And we also have new partial credit grading, which is what I'm going to get into when we actually do our demo of the preview site, where we're being able to enforce a layer of complexity, or logic rather, in the way that we grade students' files, so that if they do just part of a step wrong, that they are getting some points allocated for that. So just to better mimic the way that you would hand grade the files. And just lastly, LMS features. We've heard quite a bit, we've done quite a bit of investment, obviously, on the SAM LMS side for instructors. You now have that Express Assignment Wizard that allows you to create your assignments much more quickly and efficiently, new section copy features, individual assignment features. Well, it's time that we invest back into our student side as well. So we now have a new student assignment page that will be rolling out with SAM 2013. You can see it's got a calendar view. Students can also toggle back and forth to a list view, but it's a more modernized list. And this way your students are going to have a much easier time being able to access the assignments as they're needed and know exactly when things are due and when they become accessible to them. We also have no more unique SAM assignment names. Yeah, we're excited about that too. We're really trying to work with you in terms of providing you with the flexibility that you need to administer this course more efficiently and easily. We also obviously have the new exam reports with Playback functionality that we just talked about, as well as new project reports with partial credit grading. So I'm going to hop out right now and go over to the preview site.
I was very happy to hear all of your applause during these SAM features. It's funny, we can almost now anticipate when the applause is coming. I mean, we've spent so much time talking with all of our instructors about what you want SAM to do for you. So we're happy we're hitting the mark.
And so right now I'm on our SAM 2013 preview site. This is up and running in the Digital Learning Annex. So please come visit us during breaks. We're more than happy to walk you through this. You also can have complete access to this. We'll set you up, usernames, passwords, so that you can get hands-on and play around with this content. This is our SAM exam screen, and it's very similar to what you would experience with SAM 2010. We are not redoing our platform because our platform is solid, stable. We're not going to fix it if it's not broke. So students, the way that I've got this assignment set up is that you've got 20 tasks that a student would go through, and we're constantly pushing new content to this preview site as it becomes available. So as we get further into the spring, you can have access to the new content that we're pushing here, just to get a sense of where we're going with the product as we get further into the spring. So I've got my tasks on the four different applications rather. And just like any of our SAM assessment tasks, these are all multi-pathway. This particular task, I'm supposed to change the font to Batang. I can do the shortcut menu, I can click on the ribbon, I can do keyboard shortcuts. All of our SAM tasks are multi-pathway. Now I'm going to go ahead and purposefully get that one wrong. And again, another thing just to point out, and this is basic core SAM functionality, but as an instructor, you will always have the option when you can schedule your exam assignments, set time limits, attempts, incorrect actions, and so on. So all of the functionality within SAM that you know and like and appreciate is still there. So I'm going to go and I'm going to exit out of here, and I want to show you that video playback report. So I'm going to go into the results page. And And while this is loading, one thing to note is I'm loading this video playback. This is what's recorded, all of the incorrect actions. I'm loading it from the student side, but that's for the purposes of today's demo. When we release in June, this information will not be available to your students. We want to allow you to control that. So this will be available through your individual performance reports on the instructor side. But you'll see here that I've got this playback, and I only have the playback for the tasks that I got incorrect. We don't want to capture what the students did correctly because we don't think that's going to serve a lot of value. You don't want to see, oh great, they knew where to click on the font dialog box. It's only capturing where there are errors made. And you can see it's clicking in green. Every action that the student takes is captured with that green highlight. And where they introduce the error, right here, it will show up in red. I think I actually just accidentally paused it. But it will show up in red so that you're able to see immediately and target where the student introduced the error. Yep?
You said this won't be available to the student. But
No.
those of us who teach online, if we have an online student that, what did I do wrong? Is there a way to show that to the student?
Yeah, that's a good good question. And I think that's something that we need to take a closer look at. We thought initially, when we first came up with the design of this, that we wanted to include it just on the instructor side. But I've heard, more and more, like maybe students do need access to this. So I think we need to probably take a closer look at that. I think that's a very good question.
I think we were very worried about security, and essentially having a video record of what the exam was that would be in the student's hand. And so we were very, very conscious about not wanting to put that out there. I think in that circumstance, you could use something really simple like Jing, and essentially just take a video of it and send it along.
Yeah.
That might be the best use case. If we hear a lot of stuff about students, needing this information, it's obviously something that's very doable for us, but we don't want to, we want to keep our exams and make sure we're protecting that time.
Yeah, we don't want to compromise on the security. Yep.
Since I've sat next to a student doing something where Sam says it's incorrect, and I can't see anything wrong, you're going to have, if it's an exam, you're going to have it recorded.
Yes.
When I call your tech support, will they be able to see it and not just tell me to forget about it?
Yes, they'll be able to see it. Yes. And they should never tell you to forget about it.
What happened on the grading with the grade book, clicking results and then grade book?
Yeah.
Two problems, and I'm not sure the first one always applies, is that the grade is not registered in real time. Real time meaning in 5 minutes.
Okay. On the same
And
as the exam
second one
side.
is worse. So I'm willing to wait, but the second one is when I click on gradebook and it shows several sections, I get a little circle going around and around and around, and I have filed with SAM tech support a couple of times to no avail. The best thing I can do is clear the cookies and wait a while and pray.
And then it refreshes. Okay.
Well, let's
talk
connect
about
you-
that offline,
yeah.
and we can certainly come see us if you've got specific use cases. We want to work with you on that without knowing all the specifics. I don't know how to answer it right now, but just please come see us. Yep.
Does your playback also record keyboard shortcuts that don't involve the mouse?
Yes, it does. It pulls up a keyboard and it does record that.
Can I get that in text form so I don't have to play back the video?
The question is being able to see it in text form. Not in our initial release, but it is something that we can certainly look at. Sure.
Your training, and we use it, we love it, it's fantastic. The training that you are putting together with the wizard, you've got it mapped to textbooks, but what you say with respect to textbooks where chapter 1 is actually 1.1 and 1.2?
Oh, so you want it on the session level. You want to be able to create SAM training tasks that are specific to the sessions?
Well, I have done that, but it's very cumbersome because you have to back it up manually. I would rather be able
To do that automatically. That's something that's the first I've heard of that request, but I think that's a very valid request. The question was, for those of you who can't hear, because I know it's a big room, is being able to assign and create SAM assignments, specifically in this case training, that are tied to the specific sections within a chapter, not just the chapter holistically. And that's something that we don't have currently, but it's certainly something that we can look at. And then just one more question, and I want to make sure, because we are short on time, and we'll have time for questions at the end. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you can go.
I just want to know if there's been anything about these kind of names and putting them in order in a better way so that they're not arbitrarily alphabetical.
But that's all part of that new student assignment screen, because that is, you are absolutely right. The question is being able to reorder the assignment screen for students, because I'm sure a lot of you find right now, it's a little bit cumbersome, it's a little bit clunky, and that will be part of our student assignment page design. And just one more, yep?
From a privacy standpoint, is this screen capturing running off of a server that Cengage owns, or is this something that you install on the local machine of a user?
This is running off our system. It's not actually a video. All we're doing is capturing the coordinates and playing them back in a string. So it's all stored on our systems, and will only be accessible to you guys through reporting.
So while we were just talking, I did launch our SAM training screen. And so for those of you who are using SAM 2010 training right now, are you all familiar with that orange box that pops up? Yes, and people hate it, right? And they hate that the Observe is the first screen that's loaded, because then the video plays, they have to wait for it to load. So instead, what we've done is we've gotten rid of that orange box. We heard you loud and clear. We got rid of it. And we have this new intro tab. And that's what is the landing page when you start your SAM training. Now, students can always go directly to the apply if they want to make sure that they can just go and quickly do it. But they do have this information that's in the intro tab, because we've added quite a bit of value here. This particular task is changing the font, and students can click on the various methods. And these are just capturing the most common ways to perform the task. So the first method is using the ribbon. The second one is using the mini toolbar. The third is a shortcut menu. The fourth is another ribbon method. I think this one's launching the font dialog box launcher. And the fifth one is a keyboard combination. So this is really a good reference point for students. Now, a question that I often get is, well, are these the only methods that are acceptable in the SAM assessment version of that task? And the answer is that the SAM assessment version actually has many, many, many more methods. We have hundreds of pathways that are programmed into those SAM assessment tasks. This is just capturing the most commonly performed ones. This is new for 2013, yes. Yes, and this way we are putting only the methods in the training that are available in the assessment task, but then in most of our assessment tasks, there are many more beyond that.
Why did you not complete the labels instead of one?
You know, that's a good question. That came up in the last session that we did as well, and that's something that we can continue to look at. I think our initial thoughts on it were that we didn't want to clutter the screen, but I think that's a fair... one, and they might want to see like method one ribbon, and I think that's a fair comment, and we'll certainly look into that. The other thing I want to point out is that Apple hint. So if the skill can be performed on a Mac, if you see this little Apple icon, you click on it and you get your hint and your instruction on how to perform that particular skill on a Mac. So yeah, we're very excited about our SAM training, this new intro mode. I think it offers a lot of value, and is certainly a big improvement in terms of usability in the SAM training product. So I'm going to quickly exit out of here because I know that we're running a little bit close on time, and I don't want to be the person in the way of lunch, because that does not win you any popularity contests. And I'm going to go ahead and launch my Word project. This particular project is for the Shelley Cashman Word Chapter 1. And for those of you who are familiar with our 2010 projects, this should be a pretty familiar screen. You've got your instructions file, which the students download in order to get their project instructions for that particular assignment. You also have your links to your personalized start file, as well as any download support files that you need. Obviously, I must have had a document recovery crash last time I was in Microsoft Word. Sorry about that. So this is the SAM project instructions. And similar to what we have right now in SAM today, you've got a description. We have pulled these getting started instructions out from the first step in SAM. And these getting started instructions are just a clear bulleted list for students of what files they need to download, what they need to save them as, just so that they know exactly what they need to do before they actually embark on the assignment. We have the project steps, And then just every single one of our projects, we do include the final figure of what the end result should be, so that students have that visual check before they submit the project to make sure that they are in alignment. And they can have that confidence check before they actually submit. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go ahead, just in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and submit my project file.
We've heard too, especially with our Access and Excel databases and spreadsheets, students a lot of times have never really seen what a finalized Access project looks like, so they are very excited when they see what they're shooting for.
Yeah, exactly. It just gives them that extra bit of confidence. And just like with SAM 2010, we do a virus scan, we check to make sure it's the right file format and it's within the file size. Now let's go into our project reports, because this is where we've got a lot of cool new things. So this is our new SAM project report for the student. So this is what the student downloads after they submit the file and you've made the report available to them. So this particular student, Cole, got a 74 out of 100. Yes, and you'll see just a few differences, first off. We're adding a lot more detail to these reports. So the first two steps, the student was supposed to change the document theme colors. We call that out, we have a green check mark, and they got their 6 out of 6 points. The next step, they were supposed to resize an image vertically. They did that correctly, and they got their 6 out of 6 points. Pretty clear, right? Well, third step, they were supposed to do 2 things. Because a lot of these projects do require students to apply multiple skills within a step, because these are more real life. And in this particular case, they were supposed to apply a picture style and a picture glow effect. Well, they could apply the picture style, but maybe they are missing that skill in applying a picture glow effect, and that was marked as incorrect. So the student is getting a couple of key pieces of information here. First of all, they know exactly what part of the step they did wrong. So if you set it up for another attempt, they know exactly what they need to do to get those points back. The other big thing is that it's partial credit grading. So instead of losing all 6 points for the step, which is how it would be today in SAM 2010, they're only losing 3 points. So that's a big improvement for students. Yep?
When we do our reports, are we going to be able to see how many points they earn, like teaching now we do with the normalized levels?
In terms of the step weights, yes. And you're still going to have the ability to adjust your step weights. The question is being able to adjust step weights in a project. I don't know if that's a lot of functionality that a lot of people use, but in some cases, you may want to weigh a particular step or skill within a project a little more heavily or lightly, in some cases, than others. And we have the ability to do that in SAM 2010 today, and we will also have the ability in SAM 2013.
But right now, the reports on that percentage.
Yeah,
We're adding raw scores. Yep. Yes. Absolutely. That's a great question.
And the question was, are we going to have points? So now moving forward with SAM projects, we will have points and percentages for faculty. So, yes, a very exciting day.
Any other questions on the SAM projects? Because I do want to make sure we've got some time at the end to do SAM computer concepts. Yep?
Currently, sometimes it goes ahead and explains what they should have done, like if they were supposed to have done a formula in Excel that had absolute reference, then the answer says you should have, and it shows them the absolute reference and tells them how to do it as a feedback. All going to be more generic like this instead of giving the answer.
You know, that's an interesting example. I'd like to take a closer look at that particular example. The question is needing more specific feedback so that the students know exactly what they did wrong. What we've done with these SAM 2013 projects, because we've found that many people set these up for multiple attempts, and so we didn't want to be too leading with the feedback in terms of telling them exactly, so prescriptive. This is exactly what you did wrong and what you did right, because we wanted them to put a little bit of critical thinking behind it. We're giving them the detail of what they did correctly and what they did incorrectly, and then they can go down into the annotated file, just like they always can in SAM, where they can see exactly where in the document they need to focus their feedback and then correct the mistake. And I'm more than happy, if you have some follow-up questions on that, let's make sure you come up here and talk to us after. Yep?
The problem that we used to run into when we did this in 2010 was if somebody spelled the word wrong, or left out a comma, or whatnot in the report, they lost all the marks. Is that been addressed?
We are still marking for typos and spelling errors, but now it's all incorporated into that partial credit grading. So that if the student has incurred an error with a comma or missed a typo, that they're only losing a piece of the points for that particular step. We've also really tried to minimize the data entry so that we're minimizing the amount of those types of errors that a student would introduce. I'm going to go back over to the SAM 2013 preview site, and I'm going to go into, I want to just do, show you the SAM Computer Concepts training. So Christy mentioned this before, we've got 80 new SAM Computer Concepts tasks in SAM 2010 today. Those tasks will also be available to you in SAM 2013. And has anyone had a chance to look at those tasks yet? Any SAM Concepts users yet? Look at those? Okay. Well, you're going to have a chance
In this
to see
lesson, you will be learning about buying a computer. Along the way, you'll consider your budget, your intended uses, and form factors. You will also consider what you need in terms of an operating system, hardware requirements, and add-on devices. Finally, you'll learn about making the purchase. Computers.
So instead of letting that all play through, basically, the way that these SAM Computer Concepts tasks are designed, it's a little bit unique from your typical SAM Office task. It looks a little bit different. This is all knowledge-based material, so it has to have a slightly different format and structure to it. Each task, it offers about 8 to 10 minutes of instructional material. So this, in the entire offering, there's 800 minutes of instructional material in total. So this is a very comprehensive offering. Students go through the introduction in the SAM training, which just introduces it with a quick audio and an animation outlining the objectives for that particular task. When they go into the observe,
budgets are very personal. How much money do you...
This is where the meat of the content is. This is where they're actually working through topic by topic the material. You'll see here that there's a time indicator for each of these topics. Each of our tasks are divided into approximately 5 to 8 topics, anywhere between 30 to 90 seconds in length. And this is where students are learning the material. When they progress through that at their own rate, they can come and go as they please. They don't have to go in any given order. They can go right into the apply. And does this look different than your typical SAM Office task? It's not simulated. This is knowledge-based assessment. So it's either drag and drop activities or matching exercises. Yep?
Just show where we access this, please.
Oh, you know what? Come see me afterwards. I can talk to it right now. I don't have it completely set up. You can access it just like you would schedule a SAM exam or training assignment. They're tied to your books. They're remediated to your computer concepts books or your computer concepts chapters within your office books. We also have them categorized by labs if you want to assign them that way. And I'm more than happy to talk through that afterwards. Absolutely.
You'd assign them the same way that you would assign any other SAM training and assessment.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's a computer concepts drop-down box that you checked out. Yep.
And one other thing to note here, just in the interest of time, we're not going to be able to have a chance to show this to you. Each of these SAM Computer Concepts training tasks also has equivalent assessment scenarios. So there's 2 assessment scenarios for each of these Computer Concepts training tasks. So you are able to create SAM Path assignments and schedule these and create these assignments just like you would any of your other SAM assets. Hop back over to the slides. I know we are like completely out of time.
Oh, there we are.
Yep. 3 minutes, all right.
All right.
No pressure. I don't think our clicker's working again either. Ah! Okay. So one other thing, we've got a Mindtap session right after lunch, and we're hoping that you can join us there. We have a very exciting new program that's going to be releasing this fall in a class test option. It is our SAM Mindtap class test program, and it's going to offer LMS integration through Blackboard, D2L, Moodle, Canvas, and grade sync with Blackboard and D2L. We're really excited about it. Please come to the Mindtap session later this afternoon. There's another one tomorrow morning, right? And also come visit us in Digital Learning Annex to learn more.
And lastly, we want to point out our engagement services. I don't know, how many of you know who are using SAM know who your digital solutions coordinator is? Yes, we love them, right? So anytime that you adopt a SAM product or a Cengage learning product, we have a great group of people called engagement services. And we've got digital solutions coordinators that are in our Kentucky office that are available to help with your how do I questions. I know none of you would ever procrastinate like your students and wait until the last minute to set up your exam before class and have that last minute, how do I do this? We've got you covered with that. We've also got our implementation and training specialists on the ground that work with in-person training and all of that. So make sure that you know that we've got you covered.
And just lastly, I know that there were some questions here. We weren't able to get to every single question. Come see us now. Come flag us down in the Digital Learning Annex. Come see the Mindtap session. We've got a lot to offer and a lot to talk to you about. So please, now's the time. Come see us.
Thank you very much.